everybody, it's Jill Bloom, Group Publisher of Roofing Contractor and Roofing Supply Pro. Welcome to a special Best of Success podcast video. And we are here in freezing Michigan where we're going to go through some safety training because we are committed to safety. Anyway, Tammy, I'll let you take it from here.
Hi everyone, this is Tammy Clark. Hey, I'm here with Ruben Gonzalez from AIS Construction, and he is going to help me today with a ladder safety demonstration video. So I'm a health and safety and compliance professional, and I specialize in construction. I work with lots of different industries, and my job is to help keep employees safe and healthy on the job. It's also my job to make sure that businesses are compliant with OSHA, EPA, and DOT regulations. So there have been a lot of ladder safety concerns with several of my clients lately, so we thought we would do a ladder safety training video for all of you in the roofing industry to help you walk through the most important and critical things to look for and to watch with your employees' ladder work. So Ruben, thank you for being here today and helping me demonstrate from initial ladder setup to ladder inspection and to safe ladder work. So first of all, we have the ladder in horizontal position. And one thing that I want to say is you don't see Ruben or me wearing any hard hats, safety glasses. I have my high vis on with my hat here, but we have no overhead work going on. There are no other trades working on. We are just doing this as a demo. But on a construction project, when you have overhead work going on, you would be wearing hard hats, safety glasses, and high vis on any commercial project. So just a disclaimer as why you don't see Ruben and I in our full PPE right now. So Ruben here has a fiberglass ladder, which in the construction industry is incredibly important. I do not like to see metal ladders on construction projects because it is an opportunity for an electrocution. And I've investigated several of those accidents where a metal ladder has accidentally come into contact with an overhead line. So we have no overhead lines here, but Ruben is going to show safe ladder handling where we move the ladder. Go ahead and pick it up. We move the ladder in a horizontal position. Too many contractors carry the ladder in an extended position upright. And the problem is they're not looking overhead, so that ladder, the side rails, can easily come into contact with overhead lines. So moving it by carrying it horizontally, first of all. The next thing I want you to look at as Ruben sets this up here are the feet. So it is a requirement by OSHA that we set up the ladder on firm, level, drained ground. Now sometimes in the construction environment it's muddy, it's hilly, it's not always firm, it's not always level, so it's our job to make it so. As you can see here, we're set up on grass with a dusting of snow, so that's not a problem. And he has flipped the feet so that they will dig into the ground more easily instead of as a flat surface where they're more likely to slip. The other thing that I usually tell my crews and my clients is always set something like a bundle of shingles or something like that at the base, kind of as a baseboard to prevent those feet from kicking out. That's really important when it comes to asphalt in the summer or concrete when those feet can't be flipped down to dig into the ground and they can slide very easily. So keep an eye on that. Okay, as you look at the setup at the top here, you can see Ruben has set this up on the roof edge with a minimum of 3 rungs extending above the landing surface. So anytime you are using a ladder to climb to an upper elevated surface to work off the roof or another surface, it is a requirement by OSHA that you have a minimum of 3 feet extension above the landing surface. And you can tell usually because the rungs are typically spaced 11.5 inches apart. So I tell people 3.5 to 4 rungs above the landing surface, and then make sure you secure that ladder. There are lots of different ways that you can secure the ladder at the top. They make lots of different products, and it really depends on what the material is that you're leaning the ladder against. Here we just have a roof edge. We don't have any gutters or anything like that right now. But if you are leaning something against copper gutters, different types of materials that can be damaged easily, they do make a lot of different products like gutter guards with the bumpers that are designed to attach to the roof edge and protect that gutter. So make sure you're always securing the ladder. That is actually not a requirement by OSHA unless you cannot reach the safe ladder angle, but it is best practices because ladders do get bumped, they do slip, they do tip, they do fall. All right, so the next I want to talk to you about the safe ladder angle. So this looks like a good ladder angle. Maybe you can catch it from the side, Joe, looking on the side of the ladder. Ladders have to be set up at a 4-to-1 ratio, which means you measure from the ground. I'm going to show you directly below the landing surface here. You measure from the ground up to the landing surface. Let's say this is 20 feet. Okay, you divide that by 4 and you come right back here again. And what is 20 divided by 4? 5. So we're going to start at the same spot and we're going to move 5 feet back, and that's the correct spot to set the ladder so that you always have that correct safe ladder ratio. It's a safe ladder angle at that 4-to-1 ratio. So let's talk about working on the ladder. When you are using an extension ladder to access an upper elevated surface, there's kind of a rule that we all know, the 3-to-1 rule, right? You can't carry anything because then you can't have 3 points of contact. Well, OSHA actually does not say that you can't carry anything. They simply say you cannot carry anything that would cause you to lose your balance. ANSI, which is the American National Standards Institute, and ladder manufacturers have that 3-to-1, that 3 points of contact rule that we all are used to, and OSHA actually adopts it. They incorporate it by reference. So just make sure that you're not carrying whole bundles of shingles. You know, if you're going to throw something over your shoulder, that's fine. Don't be carrying things up and down ladders that would cause you to lose your balance, and always try to have 3 points of contact, which means 2 hands and 1 foot, or 2 feet and 1 hand, right? So remember that when you're climbing, when you're moving up and down ladders. And what I tell my clients to do is use laddervators, which is an elevator type of system to move materials or crane things up, get material set on the roof without having employees have to carry everything up and down. That would cause them to lose their balance and avoid that 3 points of contact at any time. So the reason we have the 3 rungs extending above the roof edge here is because we have to have something to hold on to when we're getting on and off the ladder. And that again is why I always tell my clients to secure that ladder so it doesn't move and it doesn't cause somebody to accidentally fall as you're getting on and off. Working on ladders that maybe you're working on the ladder on the edge of the roof or the siding. A lot of our roofing contractors are doing siding, they're doing gutter work, things like that. You don't have to have that 3 feet above the landing surface to do that, but you do need to be working squarely on the ladder, which means your belt buckle should always remain within the side frames. If you have to start leaning or reaching, it's time to get down and move that ladder. That means you're overreaching or overleaning, and that's how most ladder falls happen. So again, safe ladder practices, some basic setup, access and egress, and security of the ladders, stabilizing of the ladders. And please make sure that you are not using metal ladders on construction projects. That's kind of one of my pet peeves because I've seen too many accidental electrical shock and electrocution accidents that way. So just some basic tips here. I think if you write this as policy for your company and train everyone, you will have safe ladder practice and safe ladder work in your companies. Thank you, everyone.